Nigerian leaders, take this microphone and tell me the color of your problem. Does it change red litmus paper blue or blue litmus paper red? Because me, at this point, I don't understand anything again. Whilst we are on Nigeria, USA sending warning to Nigeria, somewhere in Tanzania, a woman elected is now a dictator, paying people. You know this is a sad gay city, but I am still here to give it to you. So before I even go to the case of Tanzania, Nigeria, I saw a very gentleman. While we are in the midst of all this rough moments, I saw a gentleman that is lamenting that bandits, the leader of Boko Haram or whatever, kidnappers, has the power, the audacity to call for a press where a TV station, I'm not in Nigeria, I'm not in Nigeria, but I want somebody to tell me it's not true. That you, a bandit leader, can call a whole TV station for a press conference expressing how to maintain pain. This person should not come to my territory. I want us to do it like this. Let's listen to our own brother.
In case you are wondering what is happening here, these are bandits, kidnappers that have organized press conference only in Nigeria. Kidnappers, they organized press conference saying that they've released some people. They don't want to see any military in their camp. If not, they will kidnap more. These are bandits. Bandits have the rights to call TV stations, invite radio stations, grant a press conference for a country called Nigeria, only in Nigeria. But when you go to other developed countries, this nonsense will not happen. Number one, how do they get their guns? Even the guns they are having, the gun that they hold, who they give them the gun? If not be politicians. They will sit here and say, this imam, this imam, the open imam, they talk, say, that Donald Trump should apologize now. Apologize my foot. When they talk, because, you see, when I say Nigeria is not a country, people don't understand. How can a country, Muslim and Muslim president, Muslim vice president, they don't care about Christian?
Africa. You know, you look at all of these things, that is why President Trump sent that caution. Me, I don't know, but maybe. But while we are on that caution, China is also out, threatening President Donald Trump that they do not have to base on the issue of human rights and then on the issue of saving people of a particular religion to come and invade the affairs of a particular country. They all have their own insecurities in their countries. They should deal with them. According to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of China. So this was said by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of China. She, in a press conference, I think yesterday, gave this instruction and warning to USA. The way the thing is going. And also, even Chad, that is very close to Nigeria, they are closing their borders on Nigeria because they can sense some hotness coming. That if we don't take care, if the president of Nigeria do not put things in place, you know, we sense danger. Because we all know that China and USA, they have their differences already. They've been going back and forth. So right now, we are still waiting on President Tinubu to say something. I don't know the strategy that they are going to take to put things in order. What we don't want is war. But please, try to protect your people. Security, like, how much is the freedom of your citizens? How much is it that you can't protect them? You have mayors. I know Nigeria, you have mayors, senators, and all of that. We will just have MPs, and then we have police force. That's all, our military. But, you know, security is a bit okay. So the president of Nigeria, Ghanaians are begging, we are going through you. Do something to protect you. We are not necessarily asking for the aid of foreign countries. Me, I don't buy that idea. Because I feel like the devil that you know is better than the angel you don't know. I don't know. Maybe you have your own idea. I always say that we agree to disagree. You can leave what you think in the comment section. Now, straight up, all the way to Tanzania. You know, there have been up and downs in Tanzania ever since they lost their sitting president in 2015, where they had a woman now come to take in place. Let me get you her name. Her name is President Samia Suluhu. That is her name. And ever since 2015, oh, she was doing so well. Very, very well. When she came, they said that some people that they were falsely accused and jailed, she let them go. Some political people that were being, their rights were being infringed on. She did something for the people to see that, yes, right now, we have a leader that is listening to the people. All of a sudden, this woman allegedly is now a dictator to an extent that at a point in time, she totally disabled some social media platforms like X, which was only accessible to some government-appointed people, some politicians, that they were using apps like X and all of that, TikTok. Other apps were totally banned from Tanzania, saying that they are sending or they are misinforming the public, people that are not in Tanzania. And you know, Tanzania was set to have their presidential election on 29th October this year, 2025. But what has been happening since the beginning of 2025, January, is that any political party that you do, like recently that MPP was on demonstration, let us express ourselves and things. It happened around April. The same thing happened around April in Tanzania, and allegedly they arrested every single party member that was part of that rally. If you were there, they will arrest you. That's like mass arrest. About 400 people were arrested. Aside that, you see, Ghana, we have MPP, we have NDC. Let me use the MPP as an example because they are now the opposition party. So this woman that was a sitting president and has been re-elected right now, arrested, should I use Baumia as an example? Yes. Arrested the flag bearer. So any opposition party that is a threat to her, she will arrest you. Allegedly. That is what has been happening in Tanzania. Fast forward to Wednesday, last week Wednesday, that's like 29th September. The election went on. Gen Zs and other people, they were on the road and everything, protesting. No, we will not understand. Right now, are you contesting against yourself? Because we don't have any strong opposition party that is fighting against you. It's more or less like it's just you. So since Wednesday, they've been protesting till today that I am talking to you. And allegedly, through the protest, they've lost about 700 citizens, youths that were on the roads protesting. This woman has unalived them.
Guys, more than 700 people have allegedly been killed. Guys, I never thought a day would come that I would see a woman be the dictator in Africa. But this president of Tanzania, it's like this woman is crazy. Have you been following all that is happening? More than 700 people have allegedly been killed between Wednesday and now since they started protesting the election they had this Wednesday. This woman, Samia Suluhu Hassan, 65 years old, she started out doing well after they made her president when their former president Magufuli died. She released the journalists that Magufuli had jailed. She allowed press freedom. She released the opposition members that Magufuli had jailed. But then at some point people realized, wait a minute, it's like you can't say anything bad about the president. They realized that people were missing, especially opposition. Anybody that says anything that she doesn't like, people were going missing. They started arresting opposition members. They were jailing people. Young people were being tortured. Political opponents, human rights activists, human rights defenders, and journalists, they started disappearing. And then when people disappear, some of them, they will just see their body surface. Can you imagine? And between last year and now, more than 24 people have disappeared. And then at some point, this woman would shut down the internet, shut down social media, didn't want people using WhatsApp. She barred opposition candidates, by the way, from participating in the election. They literally removed their names from the ballot paper. And the most popular opposition candidate, Tundu Lissu, this woman has jailed him since April of this year. She has put him in prison because he called for electoral reforms. They literally accused this man of treason because he called for electoral reforms. This is an offense punishable by death, by by the way. So this woman did not allow the biggest opposition candidates to appear on the ballot paper, and they went for election on Wednesday. People were like, why are we even voting when we know that you are trying so hard to rig this election?
In the protest after the election on 29th, they've come to announce it on 1st. That is just Monday that she won. And you know the margin that she won with? 98%. She got 98% of the votes. And they are asking themselves that, then who are the people outside protesting? About half of the country we are outside, in the youth we are protesting. How did you win? That is their question. And trust me, she has even been sworn in and all of that amidst the protest. That is why I wanted to give African leaders this microphone that explain the color of your problem. Where did we go wrong? Is it a crime to be black? Because one day we were fighting against, our ancestors were fighting against some people that their skin was white because they were authoritative on them. And right now we are having our own people taking our right to speak, even our right as a citizen. You know, because it's not happening, I am a very proud Ghanaian, but because it is not happening in my country doesn't mean that I shouldn't be concerned. You know, there is something that we say in Chisa, what is so now they are paying because it can be you the next. You know, I was literally crying when I was watching the videos when the protest, the people that were protesting were being unalived, shot, and all of that. This is the part of the world that we found ourselves. We pray for the better. I think the youth, they are not giving up. They are still on the streets. We don't know what will happen, but
Kenyans went into Tanzania in drones. Some of them drove. Some of them flew into Tanzania to go and stand in solidarity with the opposition in Tanzania. We talked about it that time because this woman deported Kenyans that came into Tanzania to stand in solidarity with the opposition. This woman deported them, including a former minister of Kenya that came to support the opposition in Tanzania. She accused Kenyans of trying to meddle with the politics of her country. She said that they are causing instability in her country. In fact, they arrested and tortured some Kenyan human rights activists, some very popular Kenyans that went into Tanzania at the time. They beat them up. Now, back to the issue at ground. Since this election, guys, and since people have been protesting, opposition members are saying that about 700 people have been killed.
You know, but I have a very great concern, and my concern is that because as a woman, right, it's going to block the chance for potential women that wants to rise to that position. They might start saying that we gave a woman this position and look at what she did. So we don't want to give any woman the opportunity again. But there are other women that are aspiring to make Africa a better place. So, you know, I am just asking President of Tanzania, my name is Light Omande. I want to know, but if I knew, you will not see me in the camera. If you have other side of your story, if the media is feeding us with the wrong information, we are ready to listen to you. Lift up the ban on social media. Come and talk to your people. Other African countries, we are ready. We have the listening ear. We want to listen to your side of the story. Maybe there are people around you doing all of this that you are not aware of. Because per my knowledge and per the few information that I know, you started off as a best president. Which means you have a very good heart for your people. We want to listen to your side of the story. Now, from Nigeria, we are hearing that China is warning US and all of that. It's okay. Somebody came to at least speak in for us. So at least we know that we have a backup. But still, we are not asking for the intervention of even US, China to come and make our country a better place. The president of Nigeria, I know if you want to protect your people, you'll be able to. It is not only Nigerians, it's not only Christians in Nigeria that are being pied. Children that they don't even know anything about religion. Women that are not even like Christians. Some are Muslims. Everybody is collecting their own. So it's not a matter of coming to save Christians or anything. We just need general security for Nigerians. That's all. Remember that this is a concerned platform. It's a platform that is of the people, it's by the people, and it's of the people. This is Gossip 24, and the room is bright because my name is Light. Bye.